Vamos carajo, brothers, this is your boy JT and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signing Series. Of course, we go through everything happening around the world of Leeds United and we have a little talk about it. And it has been a hell of a couple of days, hasn't it? First of all, everyone was buoyed by the news that Roca was going to be signing for Leeds, but everyone has had that dagger of excitement punctured straight through our hearts with the rumours that Kalvin Phillips is going to be going on his way to Manchester City. The rumours that Rafinha might be off this summer as well, and what started off as a great week of transfer activity is starting to look a little bit more bleak, but there are some positive glimmers of hope that still remain this morning. So let's go through it all right here, right now. Just quickly before we do get into the rest of the video, there are a hell of a lot more of you who have just joined us very recently since we've been doing these transfer videos, and as you'll see in these videos, we like to break down some statistics. However, one statistic that is brutally alarming is that 77.2% of you are not subscribed. We are moonwalking our way up there, so if you could please help support me, support you by smashing that subscribe button down below, then that would be very, very much appreciated. Now, on to the rest of the video. And the first story is going to be about a current Leeds United player who was potentially thought to be on the transfer list, but this time, let's have a little look at a slightly more positive story, or negative, depending on which way you're looking at it, and that is that Leeds United look like we're going to be holding on to that man, Jack Harrison. Leeds United's £30 million price for Jack Harrison is too much for Newcastle United, according to Mr. Joe Ellis, as of 8:40 last night. Leeds United have managed to price Newcastle United out of a move for winger Jack Harrison in this summer transfer window, according to the Telegraph. The Magpies have been interested in the Englishman along with Tottenham Hotspur, but the £30 million that the Whites are asking for is just too much for Eddie Howe's summer transfer budget, handing the manager a budget of around 80 to 100 million pounds. That is right, Leeds United do look like we are going to hold on to Jack Harrison. Of course, Everton are still interested in him, and if they do let go of someone like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who is rumoured to be going for around £60 million, well, that's what they want from him at least, then maybe they could still tempt Jack Harrison away, but I don't see him really wanting to go to Everton anyway. So it does look like we are going to be keeping hold of Jack Harrison. Are you guys happy about this one? Would you potentially be willing to sell him for 25 million and get some cash out of him, or do you think that it's good that we are keeping hold of him? Me personally, like I said, he may not be the glitz and the glamour of a Rafinha or a Noah Lang or any of these kind of players, but what he is an absolute workhorse, a consistent deliverer of performances, goal contributions. And you know what you're going to get from him. He says what he does on the tin, or rather he does what he says on the tin. He's Premier League proven. He's going to be a great asset for Jesse Marsch. We've already seen that so far. And whether he plays on the bench or he starts, I think that it's a good thing that we are keeping hold of him. However, one man that it doesn't look like we are going to be keeping hold of is Kalvin Phillips. This is terrible news. Manchester City submit Kalvin Phillips transfer bid. That is right. Kalvin Phillips is the subject of a hell of a lot of transfer rumours and transfer targetation this summer. Not even a word. Don't know why I said that there. Transfer targetation. I'm kind of liking it though. He is the subject of a lot of transfer targetation, and he has been targeted by Manchester City, and they are rumoured by the Mirror to have submitted a £60 million bid. City have reportedly wasted little time getting on with their next piece of business following Haaland's arrival, as they follow up on interest on Leeds' midfielder Kalvin Phillips. It is claimed by the Football Insider that City have submitted an offer for the 26-year-old, who boss Guardiola has earmarked as a replacement for the departing Fernandinho, and that bid that they are talking about is £60 million. Now, first of all, I don't think that's high enough, if you ask me. But because he only has 2 years left on his contract, we don't really have much of a say in the matter. Brentford are demanding £50 million for Ivan Toney, and Everton are demanding £60 million for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And if you're trying to tell me Kalvin Phillips isn't worth either as much or more than both of those players, then you're talking crazy talk, mate. You are talking crazy talk. However, due to the length of over the length of time that he has left on his contract and these other things, it does look like £60 million might just be enough to prize him away. And there's numerous reports that are suggesting that he's actually agreed terms, and he seems swayed to go over to the club. And of course, the signature of, or rather the official signature of Haaland does seem to be a big factor in swaying him over, as you'd expect. And if you're Kalvin Phillips, can you really blame him for going? No, you can't. And being a Bielsa man, going to play under Guardiola, it seems to make sense for him. I would be absolutely heartbroken if this did happen. Man, Kalvin Phillips is he's Leeds through and through. He is not only a Leeds lad, born in Leeds, come through the academy, but he stayed with us. He showed us severe loyalty when not a lot of others would, and he stayed with us when times were bleak. He got us back up to the big time, and the only thing we can cling on to now, I was watching Conor McGilligan yesterday, and he was talking about how the only thing that we have left to cling on about is his loyalty to Leeds, but unfortunately I'm not sure that is going to be enough for us to keep him. Leeds United could replace him though, and this man has been touted by a lot of fans. I'm always looking in the comment section and I'm hearing you guys talk about Mohamed Kamara from RB Salzburg, and Leeds Live have picked up on this, of course, with the fact that Kalvin Phillips looks to be departing Leeds United. Could this be a good potential replacement? The arrival of Jesse Marsch at Leeds United seems to have set a precedent for the summer transfer window, as the club targets players that fit the Red Bull mould. But could this be the third? Junior Damo could also be on his way over from Rasenballsport Salzburg. I was going to say Leipzig for a second there, but would you rather have this man Kamara? He is meant to be a good ball playing holding midfielder. He's meant to be a good utility man. He's meant to have good tenacity on him, a good engine on him. I'm not sure he's my first target. Like I said, I'm more of a Tyler Adams man. You guys are going to get onto me for that one again, but he could be a good option nonetheless. Let me know what you guys think about that one down in the comment section down below. However, it is funny that we're actually going after these Red Bull players, because Leeds United are still locked in negotiations with RB Salzburg as our court case fight goes on, according to Phil Hay. That is right, Phil Hay has come out today, or rather last night, when you're seeing this, and basically he's revealed the information that Leeds are still heavily locked into legal cases with the Red Bull franchise, which is surprising that they offloaded two of their players to us despite us being in these legal battles with them, obviously over Jean-Kevin Augustin. Leeds still trying to weasel our way out of it, and them not having absolutely any of it, and you can't blame them really for wanting their £18 million, even though it does look like they've absolutely fleeced us with that £18 million, and the whole situation is very unfortunate. It's unfortunate for Leeds, it's unfortunate for Leipzig, it's unfortunate for Jean-Kevin Augustin most and foremost, but hey, what can you say? Hopefully this gets resolved, and hopefully maybe we can come to some sort of agreement where we pay half and they pay half. Worst case scenario, we get ordered to pay it, and then because we've mugged them around, we get a fat 20-30 million pound fine on top of it. And because it's Leeds, that doesn't seem like it's too unlikely, if you ask me. Now, what we could use that 20 to 30 million pounds for instead is in landing this man, Adama Traore. That is right. Are you guys keen on Traore? When we were talking about him, when we were linked with him about a week ago, it was a very mixed response. There were some fans that were very, very happy with the idea of signing him, and there were other fans that were pointing his inefficiency in front of goal, his inefficiency in goal contribution, really, not just in front of goal, but in creating goals. When he did first go over to Barcelona, he started off like a house on fire, but as the season went on, he fell out of favour with Xavi, with Barcelona, with everything at the club, and that is why he has been left back over to Wolves, and they said they want to sell him going into the final year of his contract, and Leeds could be the target for him. And I believe we'll have to wait and see what happens with the Rafinha situation, and after we find out what's happening with the Rafinha, I think then you'll find a little bit more information on these wingers and rather Leeds' pursuit of these wingers. But for now, it is going to be sat there as just a rumour. Now, a rumour with a little bit more weight to it is Leeds United NHS-style track and tracing of Sonny, Perkins and Birmingham City midfielder George Hall. They will be apparently reportedly tracking the English duo as they prepare to take an under-18s tournament in June. Obviously, showing a little bit more of a heavy interest in Sonny, Perkins. They are both midfielders. Leeds need some midfielders, especially to bolster up that under-23 side. Obviously, Sonny, Perkins, for me, I'm a little bit more excited about than George Hall. If anyone does know more about George Hall, and you could let me know down below, that would be very, very helpful. But for me, I mean, I do want to get this Sonny Perkins thing wrapped up. There's no urgent rush for it because I don't think we need him before preseason, because he's not going to go into the first team anyway. He's going to go into the youth setup. But I do hope we can get this one done relatively soon. Now, a signing that it doesn't look like we are going to get done anytime soon is Valentin Castellanos, because this thing has been rumbling on for days and weeks and months and time again, and apparently Leeds are the firm favourites to sign New York City FC attacker Valentin Castellanos. However, it doesn't seem like we're actually willing to meet their valuation. Apparently, according to the sporting director David Lee, we have had many phone calls with New York City FC over the MLS striker. However, we have been unable to meet their valuation, and they have not received a single acceptable bid from Leeds United regarding Valentin Castellanos. Our new fan favourite Leeds United journalist Tom Boggart has been coming out even saying there is a lot of interest, and I'm expecting that interest to continue, but we don't know how much they're asking for him. This is why it's so confusing. We don't know if they're demanding a crazy fee or if Leeds just aren't willing to budge on a very simple transfer fee, and that is what is making this whole situation very confusing for me right now. Let me know down below what would be an acceptable price that you would be willing to pay for Castellanos if you were the Leeds United board. Now, one player, the big story of the day for me, and a player who I would be willing to splash a little bit more of that cash on, is right back COLIN DAGBA. That is right, Leeds are targeting PSG right back COLIN DAGBA, who has been out of favour for his side. The defender was linked with a loan move to Spanish club Mallorca in the January transfer window, and Arsenal was said to also be interested in a temporary move, but the then PSG sporting director Leonardo had blocked the move as the French Giants' first choice right back Achraf Hakimi was playing in the Africa Cup of Nations. However, DAGBA didn't get the minutes that he was promised, making a total of 3 Ligue 1 appearances all season and only 1 league appearance when Hakimi went over to AFCON. Now, he is out of favour at PSG. He was very highly touted when he did first break through into the Paris Saint-Germain ranks. However, would he make a good fit at Leeds? That's the question. Would he transfer over to the Premier League very well? And with Leeds targeting him, forget if we actually sign him, yeah? Forget that out of the equation right now. With us just targeting him alone, this for me spells the end for Cody Drama. And I'm not too sure I'm so happy about that. With Rasmus Christensen already signed, and with us targeting another right back, Cody Drama's gone. I'm sorry, he's gone, because we wouldn't even be thinking about another right back right now if we already had Christensen and Cody Drama was planned to be the next right back option, the backup option, and then you'd have Luke Ayling as a potential third option whenever he can get himself back into the squad. But with us targeting him, I feel like his days are numbered, and I think it's quite sad because I really do want to see what Cody Drama could do at Leeds United. I think he has a role to play. I think he could have a very big role to play next year if we did keep him happy and keep him in the books. But apparently Leeds United, Villarreal, Eintracht Frankfurt and Mainz are all keeping tabs on Dagba, and that for me is the final nail in the coffin. There's no way that Drama is going to be sat there at home reading about this and be anywhere near happy. I'm telling you, tomorrow morning, the first thing he's going to do, he's going to be knocking on that door to Jesse Marshy saying, "What's going on here, fella? What's going on here? I thought I was meant to be first, second choice right back. You're not going to give me any game time? All right, that's it. I'm off." I'm off, fella. That's right. Make it permanent this time. I don't want another loan deal. I'm done with this. You didn't have faith in me. You didn't want to play me. I'm out of here. But let me know what you guys think about that one. Would you be happy with COLIN DAGBA? I'm not too mad at the thought of getting him, but it does look like it is the end of Cody Drama's time at Leeds United. Now, Leeds United's final story of the day is, of course, surrounding that one, Marc Roca, and it does appear that Leeds United have beaten 6 other interested clubs in their pursuit of Marc Roca. According to Marca, a deal is indeed close for Roca. In fact, they're in pole position and confirmed the transfer by the end of the week, with Hammer News reporting West Ham dealt big blow as 25-year-old allegedly asked for summer Leeds United transfer. Very interesting times, very exciting times for Leeds United, but which one of these deals is the most exciting for you? Let me know down in the comment section down below. But for now, guys, I will see you very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and sisters.